Today I wanted to do something a little bit different because over my time here on College Football 25 and 26, I have followed the careers of many great quarterbacks, but how about following the career of not just a bad quarterback, but the worst quarterback, QB number 275 in the nation's 4,082nd player, quarterback Nicholas Atkins. And, if this were a video where I left things up to fate to just decide how things go, we kind of know how things would be. He may never go to a school, he may never get recruited, he may never play, he'd maybe get cut if he does sign somewhere. A guy with 50 accuracy and 70 throw power and somebody who's supposed to be a pure runner with 75 speed, obviously he would never be a great player under normal circumstances. But how about we step in a little bit and give us some control here? All I'm gonna do is give him everything he needs to succeed. What if I took the worst QB in the country and gave him everything he needed to be great? Treated him as if he were the best quarterback in the nation. He is going to be at the University of Alabama. He is going to be their day one starter, and he's going to start all 4 years. And we're going to see how good he can become and how much he can either succeed with this team or how much he would hold them back. Can the worst rated quarterback sitting here at a 52 overall at normal development with some brutal looking skill cast, can he succeed? Well, let's get into his freshman season. When it comes to the gameplay, you will be seeing all of the results and all the stats from every game, but the games we'll be spectating and hopping into are close games, big time games, bowl games, maybe SEC title games, maybe playoffs if it does go that far. But the first 2 games of the season, Alabama's early season schedule, nothing too crazy, but Atkins out here throwing 3 interceptions. I thought Alabama was a nice team to give him. Maybe not the best ideal team, but you come out here in game 3, you get smacked up by Florida State, and not a good performance from Atkins. But I wanted to not maybe give him a team like Ohio State, which is probably like the easiest team to be successful on. I feel like so far in my time, Ohio State puts up crazy numbers and has crazy development on some of their players. So I didn't want to just go straight to Ohio State. But if you want to see a video like this or videos of this nature, I have other ideas for them. You can let me know what you think. But we're in this game against number 2 Florida, and you can see how shook he is. Look the way he handled pressure there. You're taking on number 2 Florida at home, and you can't handle the pressure. 31-13, but he's chucking one deep, and that's why you throw him on Alabama, because you got Ryan Williams to bail you out. But I don't think you're going to be able to make a 3-score comeback in 3 minutes. He's just going to chuck one out of bounds and into the stands. Just remember, he's got 70 throw power and like 50 accuracy. That's a wobbler into the end zone. Incomplete, as I just wanted to see him play a little bit early on while he's at his worst, and it's going to be another sack. He's just so slow to process things. That ball, he had to wind up to throw it like a 7-yard route. And Alabama's going to lose that one 31-13, so 2-2 on the season. And while Florida is a tough opponent, it's not like Florida State was all that difficult and you got beat up by them. 0 touchdowns and a pick there. SEC play. You take a win over a number 24 ranked Arkansas team. And there you go, Atkins. 430 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now you're in a game 13-3 and against Mississippi State with 4 minutes to go. We're going to see if this guy Nicholas Atkins can maybe get himself his first ever game-winning drive, as he'll have a completion there for 5 yards. Now 3 minutes to go. Atkins is going to roll right, and he's going to get sacked for a guy who's going to be a pure runner. He ain't much of a runner with that speed. I'm going to try to limit the amount of defense I show. I want to keep things pretty much focused on Atkins. But in a situation like that, 2 minutes to go, needing a stop, I want to show the defense and them getting that stop so Atkins can take over with a read option. And it will be a 4-yard gain at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 6. He'll take a shot over the right side of the field and complete it. There you go, into field goal range, it looks like. You can hit from 50 if you're Alabama, I would think. But don't get sacked. He's going to just barely run away. He's not fast, but he's fast enough. And he'll get a 18-yard run. A minute to go. You could be headed to overtime, or you could try to go for the win here as you're at the 12. 50 seconds turns to 25. You're taking your time. Screen outside. 3rd down is going to lead to 4th down and a chip shot field goal here with 7 seconds to go. This one from about 25 yards out. 4 seconds to play to send it to overtime, and a chance for Atkins to get his first clutch win of his career. Kick is on its way. It's no good. Are you kidding me? You missed. You're in Alabama, and you missed a 25-yard field goal. I can't even blame Atkins. He might be a 52 overall, but he didn't miss the 25-yard field goal. I could put a 52 overall kicker in there, and he might be able to hit that one. So Alabama takes another loss, and at the halfway point of his freshman season, record-wise, it's not looking good. He is moving up, though. He was a 52, and now he's already at a 56. I mean, I'm doing this also just to see what type of boost can he get, because, you know, obviously having a great coaching staff and great players around him, he's going to get coach boost, he's going to get coordinator boost. There's also, like, things like architect where, you know, you have a chance to increase your skill cap if you win a conference title, if you win big games. I want to see, like, what is the max that he could become? I mean, we've seen in the following careers of, like, top-rated QBs, it's a lot harder to grow when you're a 90 overall. 90 to 91 is definitely a lot steeper than, you know, 50 to 51. So I want to see, you know, with some of the quarterbacks that we got in our #1 prospect video that we're growing 15, 16 overalls. Can this guy grow like 30 overalls? Is that possible? I want to see, as he's chucking one not so deep. I mean, he got hit as he was throwing, but the way he just winds up, he has such a noodle arm. It's so hard to watch sometimes. A&M scores, and down by 3 scores. Alabama's not going to be able to come back in this one. So 4-4 is Alabama. I mean, weren't expecting things to be great, but this video wasn't just about seeing how good a bad rated QB could be, but also how much would a quarterback like him hold back a powerhouse team like Alabama, who's a recruiting powerhouse, a transfer portal powerhouse, a developing powerhouse, great coaching staff, all that stuff. Alabama's great in this game. Look at that running back hurdling absolutely nobody, as right now against 9-0 #1 Texas and Arch Manning, Alabama's got the lead. So I mean, don't count the win yet, but hey, Alabama's winning, and Ryan Williams with a nice screen. I mean, I think that's maybe what your game plan should be. Just throw screens to Ryan Williams, because my goodness, I don't know how much else he can really complete. But they are in the red zone here, and if you go up 2 scores on Texas, that'd be crazy to take out the #1 team on the road in a statement win in Nicholas Atkins' career, but the jet sweep is going to fail them. 4th down and 2. Another chip shot field goal from 25 again. Who is this kicker? Who is this guy? Alabama fans, who is this dude? Why is he missing everything? 25 yards again, and he missed. Oh my goodness. You gave Texas the wide open opportunity to win this game, but luckily the defense gets a 3 and out. Good on ya. Running back for Alabama now can start running this clock. George Pettaway's out here for a 100-yard game and looking to add on to it, as he will have another gain of 9. 2.5 to go. Stopped in the backfield. 3rd down and 2. Keep running it. I mean, you don't want to put the ball in the hands of your 50 overall quarterback, but you're going to throw an RPO out there. That one, even still, he completed and everything. That ball just traveled so slow. It's 3rd down and 5. Can he make the game-sealing play? No, he fumbled the football, but luckily they jump on it. Now you're going to have to turn to the defense with 70 seconds to play. Is Arch Manning going to lose to the worst-rated quarterback ever? Is QB #1 in a recruiting class going to lose to QB 275 in a different recruiting class? He's got a completion over the middle, big gain, and now closing in on field goal range. They might already be there if they have a kicker that's, you know, better than Alabama's, as they're going to throw one up top in the air, 1-on-1, and it's knocked away. 4th down and 10, and they are trying the field goal from 52 yards out to pull off a win and survive against the worst QB in the country. Kick on the way. It's off the upright. It's no good. What is with the kicking? That was a little bit more of an understandable miss, but still a lot of missed field goals early on in this video. Alabama's going to win. They just beat Arch Manning at #1 Texas on the road. So now you move to 5-4. I guess bowl season might be in Alabama's future, because it was looking like you were probably going to lose that game and then maybe have to win out some other games to have a chance at a bowl, because now you're taking on #3 Ole Miss. You get smacked 31-10. I mean, this schedule is obviously a gauntlet because you're in the SEC, and Ole Miss being good and Texas being good and all these other teams. You're 5-5. now make it 6-5. Alabama takes out Kentucky, and Atkins over here, I mean, him dropping 40 points, 3 touchdowns. He was a part of that, but only 5 yards an attempt and 40 completion percentage. The Iron Bowl is a dominant victory as well. So how about Alabama pulling through at the end of the season to win their final 2? 3 more touchdowns from Atkins. He's up to a 59, and you get a bowl game against Utah. So for the bowl action and the playoffs and everything like that, I want to show you maybe a little bit more of the gameplay. He did not make the SEC All-Freshman team. That's the only All-American team I thought he ever had a chance at making. He didn't make it, though. So how about we hop into bowl action? It's 17-9 against Utah, and I think overall, if he goes and wins 8 games and has a bowl victory under his belt, I don't think that's an awful result. I don't know what the expectation would be if you threw a quarterback like him at Alabama, but on 1st down and 10, RPO, it's just everything is just such a hitch slower, a second slower, as the run for Petaway is going to get the 1st down past midfield. 3rd quarter winding down as let's see if Alabama can get that 2-score lead. Look at the keeper, Atkins, is going to fumble the football. No, he fumbled it, and Utah scoops it up. And now they are in position, the 4th quarter underway, as they're throwing over the crossing route, and he's going to be all the way for the touchdown from 37 yards away. And Atkins might have sold them this one if they can't pull through. 2-point conversion for the tie is no good. Looked like he had that one, but it was knocked away. 2-point game with 9 minutes to go as Atkins rolls right into a sack. And it will be 4th down over to Utah for the offensive possession, where they are driven it all the way down inside the 15-yard line, and a touchdown for Utah. So now they got the lead, and it's up to see if Nicholas Atkins can end his freshman campaign semi-strongly, but I think he can keep it on the ground and maybe have a good chance to get that football in the end zone. The run game's been pretty good for Alabama. It's just they're not running it all the time because you can't run every single play. Atkins over 250 yards on the game. RPO to the outside. Caught inside the 20, down to the 12-yard line. 100 yards for him. Direct snap. And, well, that didn't go anywhere. You lost 4. 3:20 to play as Atkins, facing the 4-man rush, checks it down to the running back, who is going to set up 3rd down and 12. As Atkins spreading the field, he's going to throw over the middle, intercepted, a bad throw, and Utah taking it back the other way, and a nice return to the 34. Well, that's now 2 big turnovers at the hands of Atkins that have costed them greatly in this half, as they're going to get sacked. Utah 3rd down and 19. Alabama with a chance to get the football back. Utah chucking one up top. It's caught. And that's just on the defense. He got beat there, but I mean, eventually the offense has got to help you out a little bit, as now with just over 2.5 to go, Alabama out of timeouts, and a big screen is going to get them. One more juke move inside the 10. Basically goal to go. They do get the stop eventually, but it's going to be a field goal try that is good for Utah, leaving Atkins with 35 seconds and no timeouts to go, 83 yards, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a nice start. Broken tackle past the 35 and gets out of bounds at the 42. Nice job to get out of bounds there. Stop the clock. 27 seconds to play. Atkins, what's he got here? 3-man rush. He's chucking one deep, and it's intercepted. He threw it into triple coverage. I will say, it's impressive that he threw it that far, though. I mean, that ball almost reached the end zone, sort of. So, Alabama's going to come out here and lose this bowl game and go 7-6 on the season. I don't know what I was expecting. I am glad that he didn't put up, the worst season of all time to tank them to lose, every game on the season. Alabama still winning 7 games is kind of impressive. He throws 19 touchdowns to 22 interceptions. He runs negative 147 because he got sacked 36 times. But he had that 400-yard game against Arkansas. Other than that, he had 1 game of 300 yards. That was the Utah game, which he turned it over 4 times. 3 games with 3 touchdowns. He threw a pick in all but 1 game, and that 1 game was the Sam Houston game. Not a good season, but on the plus side, he did jump from 52 to 59 throughout the season, which is that's part of this. You know, he wouldn't have been able to jump that much if he just played on some random other stinker team training results. After 1 year, he's 52 overall, all the way to 64, and he's now also a 66 with, the boost from the coaching staff. So, not bad that he's gone from a unrosterable Division I quarterback to a semi-capable backup in the Mountain West, I guess. But he's still going to be starting here as he's maxed out his quickness. He's maxed out his health. Good on him. He'll be available. I have injuries turned off, so it's not like it matters, but he's available at least as Alabama starts off year 2 with the win over Delaware, 33-3, and they start the season ranked. Bold from the voters, thinking that Atkins was going to come out here and, you know, have a great season and maybe catapult them into a higher ranking. But hey, first 2 games, 2-0. I mean, Bowling Green and Delaware, but 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. That's tangible improvement, no turnovers. As if the SEC gauntlet wasn't enough, how about number 8, Ohio State on the road? Atkins, first play we watch, touchdown! There you go, Atkins, on the road at Ohio State, and maybe he's a little bit more poised this season. 21-21 your score as Ohio State throwing one up top, knocked away. That's going to be a 3-and-out for the defense as Atkins is going to hand the football off, and we'll get a 3rd down and 8 situation. Does he got something in there for a conversion? Yes, he does. Great grab. There's another part of it as well. You go to a school like Akron or something, no disrespect to them, but your receivers aren't going to be bailing you out like that as Atkins is going to actually have a decent run. One of his better runs of his career as the handoff is going to get them to the 40-yard line. All right, you're running some clock, you're taking your time, you're getting close to scoring range, and Ohio State with maybe the most egregious offsides I have ever seen in any football game watching simulation. Oh, are we sure you're not the one who's the last ranked prospect in the nation? Why are you there? That is incredible offsides penalty. I mean, Ohio State wants you to win this game, I guess, as Atkins is going to get to the 15-yard line. It's impressive when Atkins in an Ohio State and an Alabama game ain't the worst player on the field. First down and goal, handing it off to the edge. He's got it to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal, Atkins throwing. He's got time. He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown! Atkins delivers in a clutch situation at Ohio State. And now it's up to the Buckeyes to try to come back on Atkins. Now the 29-yard line, throwing, open man, it's caught, and I don't know if anyone's going to catch him. 20, 15, 10, down to the 8. Someone finally tracked him down, but goal to go from the 1, and they punch it in for the touchdown. We're going to overtime. Hey, I'm impressed, Atkins. You threw 3 picks this game so far, but also 3 touchdowns, and you made some nice plays as he's throwing on the run. That's a nice ball. There you go, 19 yards. And now from the 3-yard line, goal to go. It's going to be a stop. 3rd down and goal. And they're going to go play action. Atkins outside. It's incomplete. 4th down and goal from the 2. Another chip shot field goal try. There is no way. I promise you, I did not touch kicker sliders. I have not touched anything. I have never touched kicker sliders in my life. And he missed that one. That was shorter than 25. Who is this Alabama kicker? Because he is selling to the highest degree. And I guess this is just insane luck that he has missed that many close field goals. I know sometimes in this game that they miss field goals from those wide angles, but this is crazy. 3 of them in a clutch situation, and Ohio State is gonna win. It ain't even Atkins' fault. He did what he had to do, sort of. I mean, he didn't actively stop the team from winning. He maybe just didn't help them. But 61 completion percentage and 3 touchdowns is one of his better performances. How about a rematch, though, against Texas? I mean, you took them down last year in their home stadium. They were undefeated. Now at number 8 in the country, 3-1. Texas is sacking him, and he's down by 2 scores. So I don't know if you're going to be able to come out here and beat Texas back-to-back years. Check down, 3rd down and 13. We'll set up 4th and 6 with 6:30 to go. Atkins, in the face of pressure, he still just can't handle pressure, which in a way I can't blame him. I mean, imagine playing like Division 17 high school football and being a JUCO level prospect, and then all of a sudden you're in the SEC and you got like Dylan Stewart or whoever else chasing you. So things speed up quite a bit as Texas wins that game. And Atkins, no touchdowns, 2 picks on the day, as he doesn't have quite as good of a performance as he did against Ohio State. Next game, Kennesaw State, so an easy non-conference game, 49-28 your final. And Atkins throws 2 more touchdowns on his resume, which he's definitely having a better season, which you'd expect going up 12 overalls, as they're going to be taking on A&M, who scores a touchdown at the very end with 30 seconds to go. But Alabama, you scoop up this onside kick like that, and you're going to be taking home a victory against number 13 A&M to go to 4-2 on the season. So your only losses being to a top team in Texas and a top team in Ohio State. In that Ohio State game, Could have went the other way. Not too bad. They are proving that they are able to hang. Now against Kentucky, a victory again, 27-13. Fairly comfortable win. Alabama back in the top 25. All right. I mean, can you maybe go on a little win streak? Go and try to find yourself in the playoffs here? Taking on Mississippi State. They're 5-1, but a 24-3 victory. There you go. If you win out, I think you can make the playoffs at 10-2 in this schedule, but I mean, you'd obviously have to still go through some more tough opponents, as another 2 touchdowns, 41 completion percentage, a little rough, but taking on Florida now, number 8 in the country. Alabama all the way up at number 15. But Bama's got the lead right now. They're up by 8, and they have the football right now with 3:30 to go, and the run for a first down is going to allow them to chew up some more clock. Now 3 minutes to play. Handoff again. Think they've understood the strategy. Just run the football, because you should maybe not be throwing the football 30, 40 times like they have in some games. As a toss outside is going to get another first. Florida's burning timeouts. And another handoff. And another good run. And another first down. Look at the run game of Alabama. As now you surprise them with a pass. Broken tackle. Atkins delivers a touchdown to seal the deal. All right, maybe that's a strategy. Run it 10 straight times and then surprise them with one pass, and it works. 34-19, your final. Number 8, Florida goes down. And I'd argue maybe best game that he's played, with a 75 completion percentage and 4 touchdowns to just 1 pick. That's a really good game. Alabama now at 8 in the country, taking on a 6-3 Arkansas team. Down by 3, fighting for your playoff lives. Atkins down the save. He's got it right on the hash marks, and he's gone. 62 yards and an Alabama lead. There you go, Atkins. Okay, he's actually showing like legit good improvement. He's not like a great quarterback, obviously, but he's definitely played a lot better in this second season. The kickoff is going to be a fumble, and Bama scoops it up. And now you can pat on that lead a little bit. You can at least get a field goal, but Atkins is running all the way to the 6-yard line for a 10-yard gain. 2nd and inches, handing it off, and one move, spins through and gets into the 2-yard line for the 2-score lead. Direct snap, he's got the lane and a touchdown. Bama is up by 2 scores, and they take it home. You win these final 2 games, you're going to the playoffs in year 2. Can you hold on, though? Or will somebody just come and dash those dreams? How about 5-5 Ole Miss, 24-24? It's getting a little scary with some of these games, as the game against Arkansas was close until that fumble on the kickoff, and then now this one, 5-5, throwing it deep, and Atkins, one-on-one coverage! It's incomplete, 4th down. It turned to Bama's defense, who is already at the 44-yard line, watching Ole Miss get a nice run into enemy territory. A gain of 13, swing it outside, 1st down and more, past the 30, and inside the opponent 25-yard line. As they are in field goal range, 3rd down and 9, floating one outside, it's going to be incomplete. You force the field goal try, and for the lead, kick is good. And now you got 3 minutes, and I'm not sure any Alabama kicker right now is capable of hitting a kick, so you might just need to go and score a touchdown, as Atkins, he get plays like that where it's just, he is so slow to react. That is painfully slow. His mental clock is off. His accuracy is off. It's 4th and 19. He's throwing it up. One-on-one coverage, tipped up in the air, and that was almost insane. If he brought that one in, that was almost some prayer at Jordan Hare type energy, and it did not go their way. As now it's 3rd and goal, it's going to be a stop, but you're out of timeouts. Ole Miss with another field goal. Still a 1-score game, but you're down to 50 seconds. No timeouts. Atkins is throwing on the run. 1st down, stops the clock momentarily. They need to go 67 yards, though, for this win. 38 seconds to play. Rolling out. He's just swarmed, and he's sacked. He couldn't do anything. 3rd down at 19. Hurry it back to the line. You got a prayer in you to save your chances to go to the playoffs. If you lose this game, I don't think you're going. As he's going to take the snap, and he's going to throw one short of the marker, way short. He does get half the yards roughly, but there's just 16 seconds. He got tackled in bounds, and now hurry him back. He can't spike it. It's 4th down. 10 seconds to play. As you're going to snap it with about 7 to go, and he's going to get sacked. Game over. Alabama loses, and even though they went on a really nice win streak, that Ole Miss loss is going to probably be what ultimately costs them the playoff spot. I mean, I don't know if they were going to be able to get into the conference championship. They might have, because one of their losses was non-conference. But in the Iron Bowl against Auburn, back-to-back years, it's a pretty dominant victory against Auburn, so nothing to worry about. 9-3 the record, and really just so close. That Ohio State game, if it went the other way, or that Ole Miss game, yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have been in the conference championship because they lost to Texas, so they wouldn't have had the tiebreaker, but it would have been in the playoffs because Alabama is 12th in the nation. That is brutal because the top 11 teams all got in, one of them being Ohio State. But the 12th team that got in is an unranked Fresno State team. So then we go to the bowl game, and I painfully, slow simmed the entire second half of this game. And the game was like 5-0, and it just never moved. 5-0 in one of the worst offensive games I have ever spectated in my life. It is the rain. It is Wake Forest. It is a bum quarterback. And I guess Wake Forest's quarterback ain't all that much better because I just watched 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. Already down to 2.5 minutes to play. But hey, you can win a bowl game. You're chucking one deep, one-on-one coverage. Ball was underthrown, intercepted. And Wake Forest, hey, it's 5-0 still. It's still a one-score game. You can make a comeback. I mean, in a game like this where no one is able to score, it's an insurmountable lead potentially as it gets stopped on 3rd down. 4th down and 4. Wake Forest, he's looking, he's throwing, it's going to be brought in, and it's now 1:15 to play. He's going to look, and he'll get sacked as the clock is ticking down. 57 seconds to play. They're going to float one. That was a bad throw. 4th down and 16. Potential game on the line. He's barely even going to get that throw off. I mean, they do have all their timeouts, so they can get a stop. Alabama 3rd down and 19. Runs it. They are going to get the stop, and they can't kick a field goal. Well, Alabama's kicker finally hit a field goal. It's no good. What is this? Why can't he hit anything? And this may be good. What is this? Why can't he hit anything? And this may be good. What is this? Why can't he hit in this video? What is going on in these games? Scoop and score touchdown. This is one of the weirdest games I have seen. I was kind of hoping it ended 5-0 because that might have been some like scoreagami on the channel. I don't think I've ever had a game end 5-0, but it does end 12-0 in one of the ugliest bowl games I have ever seen in my life. He ends up having a much better season, though. Atkins threw for roughly the same amount of yards, threw the ball basically the same amount of times, but upped his touchdowns from 19 to 28 and lowered his interceptions from 22 to 15, sacks down by 4, completion percentage up by 3. So all the metrics except yards per attempt basically were up. And, the yards per attempt, it was a difference of 0.3, which ended up translating to about like 130 yards. But he also added 85 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns. Didn't have any spectacular yardage games, so no games of 300 yards, but a couple of nice ones. And I thought that Florida game was really good. I mean, against a highly ranked team, 4 touchdowns. And, he didn't have as many disaster classes either, just 3 games with double interceptions or more. So I thought he had less awfully bad play and more decent play. Also, add on to that, he had a 37 and a 46-yard run somehow. I don't know how that happened, but quarterback development, you see Adkins up to a 71, and with the coach boost, 73 overall. And after succeeding to a certain extent last year and almost making the playoffs, I believe that Alabama can make the playoffs with this team and with this guy. I mean, his accuracy, it's kind of crazy that like his worst attribute cap is basically his accuracy, so his accuracy is never going to be great. But I mean, from 70 throw power, it's all the way up to 84. So, I mean, and it still has a lot of room to grow. Like, he could reasonably have, like, 90-plus throw power. And let's get this season started. It's a gauntlet of a schedule. One of the toughest schedules you're going to see. And USC delivering a strike for a touchdown to take the lead. And Alabama, 21-16, as Atkins dropping to throw it. He's going to get sacked. Fumble at the offensive lineman. What are you doing? Touchdown, USC. What is happening? It just Superman dove for that ball, and it just hit him off the face, and it went into the end zone. And now USC's up by 2 scores. This has actually been Like, one of the videos with just some of the weirdest plays. I got a guy throwing it backwards. I got kickers who can't hit a kick to save their life. And I got offensive linemen's dolphin diving into footballs. I don't know what's going on. But, I mean, it's funny that all of these ridiculous plays have happened and none of them have actually been Atkins. Like, he hasn't even been the one doing the idiotic stuff. We also had that crazy offsides. Like, what is going on? 4th down and 11. You're not able to convert. You come a yard shy. And USC is going to be able to score a touchdown. This is a brutal schedule, like I said. Like, this is a brutal one because you already got the SEC schedule. And then you got to take on USC, who is ranked. They go and dominate the 4th quarter. And you got to come out here and take on even more tough opponents in your non-conference schedule. Because how about another game against Ohio State? And then I think there's also going to be another game. 3 of their 4 games are against, like, ranked good schools. Ohio State last year, you almost took them down. This year, it's a close one, and right now you got the lead. And please, I beg you, don't let it come down to a field goal, because best believe this kicker probably can't hit it if he is still the same guy as Atkins gets sacked. They have to punt the football away. Ohio State takes over, falling forward for a first down. And just down by 4 with just over 2 minutes to go. Got to get into the end zone. That deep ball going to be brought in. There's 4 defenders in the area, and he still caught that. RPO, first down at the 26-yard line. As now with a minute 18 to play. 2nd down and 7. He's got the speed. He's running for the first down. At the burst to get away from the rush. And now from the 14, he's going to throw outside. Caught right at the marker. 2nd down in inches. And they're going to go for the lead to the edge. Not going to get the first down. 40 seconds to play. And now another run. Stopped in the backfield. 4th down and 3. Can they hang on for the win? Throwing. And he's hit as he's throwing. And Alabama holds. And a huge win, because if you want to go to the playoffs, you're going to have to win these tough games. Atkins throws 5 interceptions, but they won. And now on to game number 3. They get their only freebie. It's an FCS team, and they win 38-14. Atkins really threw 5 interceptions and they won that game. So back to the gauntlet schedule you go. How about number 15, Oklahoma State, who's 2-0. You're up by 1 score. Now you got a field goal try. Oh boy, kick is on the way. It's good. They hit a field goal. And it's not the same kicker. Okay, it's a different kicker. It's number 10. The other kicker was like number 31 or something. It's a different kicker, so maybe things are okay here at Tuscaloosa. So now, I mean, like I said, this out-of-conference schedule is brutal. I mean, an undefeated Oklahoma State, who's number 15, Ohio State, and you had USC. That's 3 ranked teams on top of the SEC gauntlet. You got the football back, throwing over the middle for a first down, gain of 16. Oklahoma State's using timeouts. 1 first down for the win. Flip it out, and he's fighting ahead. He got that one. And that's a victory, so you still end up winning 2 of the 3 games. The only one you lost was that USC game in the opener, but if you're going to lose to a good team, why not lose it in the first game of the season? So by the end of the year, maybe you can forget about it. But now you got to play Oklahoma, who's number 14. You still got to play Missouri, who's 19, Tennessee, who's 16, Georgia, who's number 2, LSU, who's number 11. That is... what is it? There's like 7, 8 ranked teams in this schedule. And right now against Oklahoma, they are winning. 20-13 is their score. It's 4th and inches, and they could kick a field goal, but they're going for it, and they don't get it. You could add a 2-score lead, and honestly, I'm all for going for it, but I don't know about this quarterback. You get the stop, but with this quarterback, I still don't know if I would want to take risks. And look at that run. That is a pretty crazy run for a 15-yard play that he somehow slipped through that line of scrimmage and made people miss. 4th down and 6, field goal try for the 2-score lead, and he's got it. Okay, Alabama, you might have yourselves a kicker. And now you can just try to hold on with 2 minutes to play, as Oklahoma's got a first down. 1:37 to play, as they're going to go up the sidelines to a wide open receiver, so Oklahoma can cut this down to a 1-score game with a field goal. And they are maybe going to get it into the end zone, though. Broken tackle. He's fighting, and he takes like 3 defenders into the end zone. Impressive. But Oklahoma still got to get this onside kick, and diving out of nowhere is that Alabama player to get it. 1 first down will win this game, and doesn't look like they're getting it there, but 3rd down and 8, your last chance. QB draw. I don't know about that call. Oklahoma's going to be able to get the football back, but they only got 25 seconds, so not getting a first down there is going to really hurt them, because it's 4th and inches, so already got 4th down, but you lost time on the clock. You're down to 16 seconds. Snap. And you got to go 71 yards of the end zone if you want it. Throwing it up top. He's got it. Are you kidding me? He brought that one in. And we're going to overtime. Every win on this schedule is so important, and you can't afford to drop more than maybe 2 games. You've already dropped 1. You can't lose this one. As a throw-in, Oklahoma with the football first in the end zone over the head of everybody. That's going to be a field goal try. 4th down and 5. Kick on the way. It's good. And Alabama takes over. You can win it with a touchdown. Atkins, you got the clutch play in. Your pass is going to be caught for a short gain. You're going to go 3rd down and 8. So you might have to settle for the field goal, especially when you get an unblocked defender. Kick on its way. Clutch kick. And it's good. Okay, Alabama's kicker is doing this job. And now you got another overtime where Alabama gets the football first, and the screen's going to get you 14. Now back them up to the 15-yard line, but the run is going to get some of those lost yards back, get you to 3rd down and 8 inside the 10. Atkins is in the face of pressure. Line didn't really help him out too much there. 4th down and 15, field goal try. Okay. I think we can, stop making a big deal of the kicker. I think they got one now as Oklahoma. Big run right up the middle to the 11-yard line, and now they can win this with a touchdown. Win it as he hurdles. That's an ill-advised hurdle, but he hangs onto the football. 3rd down and 6, and the game on the line. Intercepted in the end zone. Alabama survives, as that was a horrible decision to throw that football. You could have just... I know you want to go for the win, but you could have just taken the field goal, go to the 2-point shootout. If you wanted to go for the win, maybe don't throw into double coverage. Atkins has an absolute stinker, but it's enough to win. And then in the next game, Vanderbilt, one of the only semi-easy games you're going to be getting the rest of the way. They take care of business in an 18-point win. Threw it 43 times, but I guess it worked out for you. Now taking on Missouri, who is 6-0. And Missouri, touchdown! First play we watch is a score from them, and Missouri's going to be able to get this down to a 1-score game. They're not going to get the 2-point conversion, but with 2 minutes to go, Alabama can shut the door on this one and give Missouri their first loss. Nice pass! 1st down and more! One more 1st down, you might be able to seal this game as the timeout used. That's the 1st. And now throw it outside. There you go. 1st down. Alabama's going to keep this clock moving. One more for good measure. And he's got it. And Alabama wins. They hand Missouri their first loss, 38-33. And how about a 28-point second quarter? Atkins, how about 373, 3 touchdowns? I still don't agree with throwing the football 45 times, but it works. Tennessee scores a touchdown basically as time expires to make it a 1-score game, but in this game for a little bit of a reprieve, not having to face an absolute powerhouse who's 6-0, 5-0, 7-0, whoever else. Another 40-plus pass attempts, but 4 touchdowns and another victory. Then you go on to South Carolina, and you win. Alabama's up to number 4 in the country, and taking on LSU, who was one of the toughest opponents on their schedule remaining, they win it. And Alabama is rolling right now. And now another game where 45 more pass attempts. They need to chill out. It's eventually going to come back to bite them, especially when you're taking on number 1 Georgia in this massive game where, obviously, playoffs are probably in these teams' futures unless they drop their final 2. But 21-13, seeding is on the line. The number 1 spot in the nation is on the line. And Alabama could maybe steal the number 1 ranking with this absolute stinker quarterback as they got the football with under 4 minutes to play. Can Atkins come up with a clutch play against Georgia? He's got the 1st down completion. 37-yard line. Screen for the tight end. And up the middle he goes for 2. 3rd down and 8. As they send 4, he's going to go outside on the drag route, turn upfield for the 1st down. And out the 49-yard line. He's going to throw outside. He's rolling. And the pass is on the run. Caught. And it's at the 20. Gain of 31. As they are now in the red zone. Outside. And he gets out of bounds, but he loses 3 because he got pushed. And now, 2nd down and 13. He's getting sacked. It's looking dire now. 3rd down and 20. You got to go 28 yards in the next minute. And you have a completion for an 8-yard gain. It's 4th down and 12, though. A minute to play. Game on the line, basically. Atkins, he's going to just chuck one up for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. And you answered the prayer on a 4th down heave. 2-point conversion, though, is a run. That's not going to happen. Onside kick is going to be dropped by Georgia. Alabama scoops it. again. They get the onside kick, and maybe it's all okay as they lose 4. But you get maybe 20 yards to get into field goal range, and they're not going to get much there. Just a gain of 5. 49 seconds to play. You got 1 timeout, and he's just throwing one up. And as he's throwing, it somehow brought it again. How are they bringing these in? And now you can run the football. Just take your field goal and steal the #1 ranking. But he goes for the end zone. It's incomplete. And now 2nd down and 10. They're staying in the air. And he's trying to just go for it all. I don't know why. 3rd down and 10. He's throwing. It's intercepted. There is no way. Why would you keep throwing? That's not even just on Atkins. That's also on the play calling. But also Atkins. You get the throw. Just throw it away. Just take a sack. Do anything. Don't throw it into coverage. I don't know if he realized he only needed a field goal. He didn't need a touchdown. And they're losing that game. You got everything you needed to win that game. You got everything. You got the crazy catches. You got the onside kick. You got the help. You got into field goal range, and you threw it away. You win the Iron Bowl, so you are going to go 10-2 on the season. And how about a rematch in the SEC Championship? Alabama's going to the playoffs regardless. They're number 4 in the country. Losing to Georgia is not going to change that. But can you get the first round bye as you start the 4th quarter off with a wide open receiver and a touchdown? Alabama is having a much better day today on defense. 14-3 is your score as Georgia's not been able to do anything. The receiver brings in that pass, and they're at the 38-yard line. 7:30 to play in a sack. Can Alabama, led by Atkins, win an SEC championship and get themselves a first-round bye? He's going to run, sliding down at the 24-yard line. It's been so impressive that he's been able to go through this gauntlet of a schedule. His only losses are the opener to USC and a game against the #1 Georgia team that you maybe should have won. So can he get some redemption here? He just throws that at a random receiver's back, and it's going to be incomplete. So Georgia's going to have another chance at this one. But they're still down by 2 scores with 3 minutes to play. Field goal can be settled for here. But, I mean, this team has not been able to put any points up. Intercepted in Alabama's defense. I think they understand that if they don't decisively win this game for them, that Atkins might just throw it away, as they will run some clock off, but they'll eventually have to punt it back to Georgia. They only got like a minute to play and 1 timeout, as Georgia's going to have it over the middle. There you go, the 39-yard line. It's a long-distance field goal from here, and they'll get it a bit closer. Turn up field, out of bounds he goes. But they're under a minute, and it's still a 2-score game, as they'll throw on 3rd down incomplete. So 4th down with 40 seconds to go, they take the field goal. They're going to rely on the onside kick. You needed a touchdown to field goal. Didn't matter the order, but you need the onside kick, and you're not going to get it. So Alabama is going to win the SEC, win that first round bye, and I guess between the 2 games, you'd rather win this one than the first one. But how impressive is that? 11-2 SEC champions Nicholas Atkins is able to pull this team to at least somewhat level of competence on offense with all the help that he has. And in the first round of the playoffs, Houston actually knocks off Texas. So Alabama takes on Houston in round 2. And right now it's 31-20 with 7.5 to go in this 4th quarter. And can Atkins maybe put up some good playoff performance here? He's got 31 points on the board. We'll see how much of that is actually due to him, though, as over the middle, caught! And Houston trying to cut this down to a 1-score game. They're already in field goal range. It could do just that. Handoff. They want that touchdown first, and it's close. 3rd down inches from the 1. As they will run it again, not gonna get it. And that may have stopped their opportunity from wanting to go for it as they lose yards. They'll kick the field goal, and it'll be an 8-point game with 5 to go. Atkins, run game, not happening. Loss of 3, and now 3rd down and 13. Atkins is gonna throw an interception! No, we cannot be having that. You can't be a playoff choker. As Atkins is going to hand them an opportunity to tie this game up with 4 minutes to play. 2nd down from the 16, over the middle. It's a 1st down at the 10. And now jumping ahead to 3rd down and 3. And they will throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And they can go for the tie. Oh, please don't choke this one away, Atkins. This might be your best opportunity to maybe win a national championship. Tie game with the 2-point conversion. Well, you put yourself in a spot where you need to, make up for it. Get a game-winning drive. He starts off at a completion there. He's got 3 touchdowns and over 300 yards, so overall, not an awful day. That pass was a little dangerous. Lucky the running back came back for it, but they're going to have to punt it with 1:29 to go. Could we be headed to overtime? As they're going to have a first down with a minute to play at the 40. Over the middle again, first down. Enemy territory for Houston. 40 seconds to play. He's sacked. And a massive sack by the defense to get them off the field. Potentially intercepted. Taken to the other way. Can he go? 30, 25, and down to the 24. And a familiar situation. Just kick the field goal and you can win it. Atkins, oh boy, he's throwing. Okay, yeah, take the sack. That's fine. That's fine. Take the sack and just run out this clock. You can get the game-winning field goal try. This kicker hasn't missed a big kick yet, and it's on its way. It's no good. Are you actually kidding me right now? The kick is no good, and we're going to overtime. I thought they had their kicker, but no, I guess not. Overtime, Houston, 1 play, touchdown. Alabama, well, Atkins, it's up to you to be the hero here. The kicker's selling you, but now he's got a completion. Gain of 16. Goal to go from the 6 now. End zone. Touchdown. Atkins delivers. And now it's his turn up first on the second overtime. Delivering a completion for a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Handing it off. That's a first. And he will fall forward to the 11-yard line. As now 11 yards away, Atkins will check it down on the outside, and he's wide open for the score. Alabama, his 5th touchdown of the game. Atkins, I mean, touchdown-wise, having a career day as he's throwing on the 2-point conversion. He's going to get sacked, so opens the door for Houston to maybe pull this off, but they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Throw it outside, intercepted! Alabama hangs on despite another clutch kicking miss. They're going to win this game, and they're moving on to the semifinals behind Atkins. I mean, he threw that bad interception to give Houston a chance to come back in the first place, but he threw for 350 yards and 5 touchdowns as well, and he threw 2 touchdowns in overtime, and well, welcome back, Georgia. How about the rubber match to go to the national title game? Georgia survived the first game. Alabama basically dominated on defense the second game. Now the third game, it's 19-17 and a missed ball from Atkins. That was a huge miss because he could have kept that drive going. Now Georgia with the football. Just can't allow them to get a 2-score lead. As long as you stay within 1 score, you have a chance in this one. 5.5 to go, but they're moving into enemy territory. 3rd down and 5. Middle wide open, no one near him. And that's a first down to the 24. Defense reeling right now. 3.5 to go, and he's stopped right at the line. 4th and inches, and Georgia kicks it. Could have went for it, but it will be a field goal. So now, well, you're turning to Nick Atkins. What has he got with 2:12 to go to a national championship? Well, how about a completion on 3rd down? 2-minute warning hits, 31-yard line. He's going to go outside, caught, and a gain of 10. 41-yard line, RPO, that's brought in, and another first down. All right, there you go. Now the 47-yard line. With 90 seconds to play, he's just delivering good completion after good completion, making the right decision, not doing anything stupid. That's another one. He's stringing it together. He's actually having a really good drive. Can he be the hero for Alabama? Another open man inside the red zone. 47 seconds to play. Atkins intercepted. No! Alabama turns it over. Doesn't matter that it's a pick 6. He could have went down and ran the clock, but he's going to run up the score a little bit. And a national championship for Georgia is going to be on the horizon. Atkins was so good at the end until that last throw. He was actually completing like every single pass. He was finding the open receiver. He wasn't doing anything stupid. Just dinking and dunking his way, and then just failed at the end. But overall, a much improved season. Statistically, he threw the ball 100 more times. And while he did throw a lot more interceptions, his completion percentage went up a little bit. His yards per attempt went up a little bit. Touchdowns went up. Interceptions went up a little too much, though. That is objectively a bit of an issue, that his interceptions went up a little too much. 9 more interceptions with only 2 extra touchdowns. So touchdown interception ratio wasn't as good. But overall, he had a lot more highs. Like his good games, like he actually had some good performances and had some good plays. 5 touchdowns in a playoff game. had a couple of games where he didn't turn the football over. I don't know why Alabama did decide to go into this year and just throw the ball an absurd amount on a lot of their games where they're throwing the football 45 plus times. But we go to Atkins' final season. He's almost fully maxed out, and he's in the mid-70s. I mean, by the end of his career, he's probably going to get that power up another 1 or 2 times, considering he's already got the skill points at 7 right now. So he might be like a 76 overall, something like that. And how about game 1 of the season, number 2 Notre Dame? You take them down pretty easily. So nice start to the year. It's another like crazy hard schedule. I mean, number 2 Notre Dame to start your season. Oklahoma State again, not as good as last year, but Oklahoma State does get handled 34-9. We're going to see if Atkins can do something here in his final season. I mean, he came one play away potentially from a national championship appearance. They take on an FCS team. Easy one there. 30-13 your score. So quick 3-0. Thought maybe you'd have a little bit more struggle against Notre Dame. Haven't had that so far. But how about the other really difficult game? Because for some reason they got to take on an undefeated number 4 Miami. I didn't even touch the schedules when it came to these last 2 seasons. I didn't even change anything. This is just the schedule that they got, and it's a brutal one. And it is a 37-30 game. So the offense has put up the points. The defense, though, has been allowing the points. As a first down completion there to the 34-yard line they go. RPO, quick pass, and I think he's gotten a lot better in the RPO game. He's a little bit quicker to react. He's a little bit quicker to decide. Still will have his moments in the pocket where he's not really all that reactive to pressure, but like I think you can definitely tell like he's gotten noticeably better like overall when it's processing. He still has some accuracy issues like that, but 3rd down and inches and nowhere to go. That's bad. 4th down and 2, got to go for it. They're going to let him keep it. I don't know about that play call. Let Atkins run the football in a clutch situation. I really don't know about that play call. Some of these calls have been really questionable. Under 2 minutes to go from Miami, though. Over the middle, caught 1st down. And that's going to be game. So you had your chance there. I mean, you had 3rd down and inches, and you ran it. That was fine. Didn't happen. But then you go for a read option or a QB jet sweep thing that you tried to attempt. Just, I don't know why that was the call on 4th down, but you're taking on Georgia again. Hey, welcome back, Georgia. Another matchup against you. 4-0, number 1 in the country. And now after 3 games against them last year where you won 1 of them, maybe should have won 2, but you won 1. Now you're losing against Georgia right now. You got 5 minutes in this 4th quarter. Speed option. He pitches it out, but it goes right to a defender. Honestly, that was just a really good play by the defender. That was, I can't even fault Atkins as much because that defender really broke on that football, but Georgia's got it back, and that's a 1st down. 38-yard line. You can go up by 2 scores with a couple more yards and a field goal try. They will get a couple yards there. 3rd down and 3. You can really run this clock as well. Flag is down, and I think it's going to be an offsides, as they actually did get a stop. And not only did they have a stop, they made them lose a decent amount of yards to make that field goal try difficult, but the offsides is going to give Georgia the football at the 26-yard line. 1st down and 10. Quarterback going to keep it. And he's got another 1st down for Georgia. If you're Bama, you're probably banking on some crazy turnover to go your way, but Georgia's not letting go of that football. 3rd down and 1. As he's scrambling, he's got the 1st down, not the touchdown, though, so more time off the clock. Toss it out. You're more relying on Georgia to probably miss a chip shot field goal. Hey, it's happened to Alabama a couple of times, so maybe it'll happen to Georgia, but no, they score the touchdown. Alabama and Atkins are having some Georgia struggles, as that's another loss to them. That's their 3rd loss to Georgia in like a year's time, so yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to get over that hump. They got the 1 SEC title victory, but other than that, it's been 3 losses. Take care of Vanderbilt, though. Big high-scoring 4th quarter for Bama, and they take care of business there. But you're already looking at 2 losses on the board. Now, 2 losses to 2 very good teams, but against number 2 undefeated LSU. About a dominant win here, 24-6, and that's the type of win you need to get back on track and to really up your ranking. The only losses you've had this season, though, are against 2 top 3 teams that were undefeated. And number 1 you lost to, I think Miami was 3 or 4, so you lost to 2 of the top 4 teams, but then you smashed the number 2 team, taking on Missouri here, and Missouri, who had a really good 6-0 start the last time these 2 teams played, but now not so much. 3-4 the record, but Missouri could pull off an upset here. Bama loses this game, 3 losses. I don't know if they're making the playoffs, even with their tough schedule and how much credibility you can maybe give to them. But if you lose to a 3-4 team, I don't know if you're going to be able to get it in, as that's going to be a stop for a loss of 3. 2nd down and goal. Throwing over the middle, touchdown. Missouri ties it. And now we're on to 2 minutes to go as Atkins, nice ball over the head of a defender who couldn't make a play on it. And he completes it to the 48-yard line. Now it's 2nd down and 3. He'll run it, makes a man miss, and a first. I'm scared to even just recommend getting into field goal range at this point, but he's got it. And not only field goal range, but a really good play to the 11-yard line. He took a shot and delivered that ball. Now he's going to lose yards on this read option. 3rd down and 9. Oh boy. Please get the touchdown. He's going to get sacked. Oh, my goodness. That's a short field goal try. Oh, boy. Kick. It's off the upright. How? How does it keep happening? How? I don't understand. We're going to overtime. This is the worst kicker luck I've ever gotten in a video. Caught for a touchdown, though, to start overtime. Oh, no. Atkins is not letting this happen. He's not going to lose because another stupid kicker. Oh, my goodness, man. Just Alabama fans got to be, like, at this point wanting to, like, nuke the kicker position as a whole, because they're getting so much loss due to the kicker spot. If they lose this game, I mean, this video could be over if they lose it. This could be it for them, as the defense has got to come out big here. End zone pass knocked away, 4th down and goal to hang on to keep your playoff hopes alive. Same pass outside, incomplete. 6-2 goes Alabama, and they hang on in overtime, and a big win to get them one step closer to keeping their ranking, to getting back into the top 5, maybe an SEC title game. Next game against South Carolina, take care of business. How about 49-28 being your final, and a win there. 7 on the board, as now you head to Tennessee, and it's a 8-1 Tennessee team. Alabama's back up to number 3 in the country, so maybe I think you can afford to lose this game because it is against an 8-1 Tennessee team. The Missouri game, the bad thing was Missouri wasn't a good record. They weren't ranked or anything. Against Tennessee, you can make the playoffs if you lose this one, but you don't want to be in that position to where you have to, hope that things go your way and, maybe hope you don't make the conference championship, because if you do and you lose that, that's 4 losses on the board, and you're definitely not getting in with 4 losses. So Tennessee's going to turn it over on 4th down. Alabama's got it back. 6-point game. 2 minutes to play in the direct snap for the first down. 2-minute warning has hit, and they are going to have a completion for a first down, and that's going to end up doing it. So they end up putting the game away at the very end. As long as they take care of business against the opponents that you should, which Auburn's not very good, and their next opponent is a good opponent, though. It's a number 6 ranked Oklahoma, so this is another one. You don't maybe need to win this one to get into the playoffs, but I think if you want a conference championship, you need to win this one, as they're going to run right up the middle in Oklahoma in this tied 20-20 game. They got play action, and he's going to get sacked. 4th down pops up, and now they're going to try field goal. Get some field goal luck on our side, maybe? As yes we do, off the upright. Every kicker stings. This is weird. I've still never touched kicker sliders in my life. Maybe I need to start, because I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just crazy bad variance that eventually, if I make a billion of these videos, one of them will end up like this. But this has been an anomaly of a video, just like Atkins. He is an anomaly of a quarterback because he shouldn't be here doing the things that he is doing right now, because that's a nice throw. And now a handoff as they are going to be on 3rd down and 7, get it to 4th down and 2. And oh boy, a field goal. Let's see what happens. It's going to be up through the uprights. That shouldn't be as stressful as it is, but Alabama takes the lead. 2 minutes to play. Oklahoma, can they try to force overtime? Will they get the lead to try to win this game? And winner of this game could be going to the SEC championship, because I presume Georgia's going to be the other spot, and it's down to one spot between 2 teams. Oklahoma throwing it deep on 3rd down. Double coverage incomplete. 4th down, potential game on the line. He's throwing, he's got time, he's going over the middle, and it's caught. And now hurry it back to the line. A minute to play in fringe field goal range, but he's sacked, and I think they're knocked out. I don't think you're hitting from 59. 3rd down at 15. He's going to check it down, and he got a lot of yards to get them into field goal range. That's going to be big to get this kick at about a 47-ish yarder. 17 seconds to play for overtime. Kick on its way. It is no good. What is happening? This is insane. What is the field goal rate of clutch kicks in this video? Like 3 of 10? I guess so. Atkins wins, and now you go to the last game. Alabama's actually #1 in the country at 9-2, and they are going to end up having the most dominant game of the video. Wow. Auburn, why were you so bad? Not a single Iron Bowl was close, and this one 66-7. Not a single close game against Auburn. So Auburn's in the dumpsters for this save file as we go on to the conference championship potential. I think we're going to get in one SEC loss. And how about what is round 5 in the past 2 years? 5th matchup between Alabama, Georgia. The record 1-3, Georgia's favor. And the game on the scoreboard right now, Georgia's favor up by 7. As Atkins over the middle, got to come up for the first down to the 25-yard line. They go for 3rd down and 7. Swing it out to the running back, who's not going to get there. We're going to have to try a field goal. 6:30 to play, and a kick is going to be good. Okay, making a field goal. 4-point game as Georgia has the opportunity to see if they can put this thing away with a touchdown. And they're going to throw over the middle. First down. He takes that shot but hangs on. 5 to go. Swing it outside, and it will be one move and another first. As you had a chance to force them in a 3rd down in mid-situation, but you allow the one juke move to get you caught, and now another move from this receiver. Stiff arm gets him 10 more second and inches. Hand off. There's a tackle for loss. 3rd and 2. Handing it, and he spins away from one, runs through a defender, but does not get the first. And now Atkins, can you get your 2nd win on Georgia in the last 2 years? Can you at least get that record to be a little bit closer? Read option. Atkins got blockers in front and past the 40-yard line. And it's at the 38. 2 minutes to go. Needs 38 yards, and he's got a completion. First down. Now got to go 27 yards. 1:27 to play. RPO. It's going to be caught for a gain of 5. 3rd down and 4. Big situation. Outside. Caught. And it's going to be 4th and inches. Game on the line here. 4th and inches. What do you got? And he tries to keep it. And it's not going to happen. What are these 4th and short calls? I think that one's more on Atkins not handing the football off. That was a read option. And he just did not hand it off. And Georgia wins. Alabama's still going to the playoffs, but it won't be with a 1st-round bye this time. Atkins, I mean, he didn't have a bad day. He didn't turn it over or anything, but take it on TCU. 1st round of the playoffs. Last year, they got the 1st-round bye. Won this year. How about a 28-17 game over a 10-3 TCU? So 2 10-3 teams, both coming off conference championship losses. Alabama's in control, though. They got the football. They got the 2-score lead. And with 6 minutes to play, the pass rolling outside. Going to be caught for a wide open man. Pass midfield. That's a fumble! And it's scooped up by TCU! And TCU, this is not supposed to be how it happens. They just get gifted a goal-to-go situation. From the 9, pass, middle, touchdown. And the game just flipped in an instant. Hey, it wasn't even Atkins' fault. As with 5.5 to go, they're going to go read option. Atkins, 1st down carry, and he'll fall forward for a nice gain. As he still got the 4-point lead, just got to keep composure a little bit and maybe get some more points on the board to give yourself a bit more of a cushion as they'll run for a 1st down. Clock is ticking, though. 3:20 to play. RPO on the outside. There you go. A lot of room to run. Past the 40, 30, and at the 26-yard line. Clock now under 2.5 after this play where he breaks a tackle and gets it to 2nd and inches. He can get a 1st down here. TCU burning timeouts, and now another 1st down as Atkins goes down with the sack. Okay, 2-minute warning. Keep this in play. You can run this down and give TCU not a whole lot of time and a touchdown deficit as the kick on its way. It is good. Glad we didn't have to worry about that one. So a 7-point lead. And Alabama just has to hold for 60 seconds, and TCU has no timeouts. Pass floated over the middle, and he's going to catch and run for a gain of 26. 50 seconds to go. They're making good time as they'll throw underneath. Tight end has got another good gain. Doesn't get out of bounds, but they're at the 39 pretty quickly as he'll throw. And he'll throw across his body. Incomplete. 35 seconds to play. It's 3rd down and 10. He's looking. He's throwing over the middle. It's caught short of the line. And it's 4th down. One last play, and you're moving on to the 2nd round. One last play to hold on, and Atkins can get himself another playoff victory, dropping a throw. 18 seconds to go. He's going to just chuck one up into the end zone. It's caught in the back corner. Touchdown. Are you serious, TCU? And they're going for two. They're going to go for the win. 14 seconds to play. This is the game. And going for it all. They stole a touchdown. They want to steal this game. Throwing. Caught. 2 points is good. And are you serious? Atkins didn't even do anything wrong this game. His team fumbled, allowed a touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and unless he pulls off a miracle with 10 seconds to go, he needs one deep pass, as he's not going to get the deep pass. He got hit, and he just checks it down, sets up a Hail Mary. I mean, he's got a stronger arm than he started with, but still probably not strong enough. Passes down the field, incomplete. Alabama loses. Are you serious? There is some crazy endings to some of these games. TCU puts up 22 in the fourth quarter to win it. Atkins threw for 3 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, he had a pick, but overall, this was a really good final season. I mean, 3,600 yards, 35 touchdowns to 13 picks. I mean, touchdowns up by 5 despite throwing the football like 90 less times. Interceptions down. Sacks were down a lot. Completion percentage was okay. Like, everything this season was actually, like, looking like a competent QB. Not a good one, but capable. Wasn't actively holding the team back. Wasn't actively costing them games. But you were able to win these games. I mean, he had, a decent amount where he didn't throw any interceptions. His turnovers were way down. His mistakes were way down. Like, compare that to, the start of his career where he threw 22 interceptions, got sacked like 35 times. To get that all the way down to like 13 picks and 21 sacks, that's pretty good. So his career came to an end. Ends at a 75 overall, throws for 14,000 yards, 112 touchdowns, 74 interceptions. He ends with, I believe, a 39-15 win-loss record in his career. Took Alabama as far as a Final Four and set their career records. By the end of his career, he also ended up jumping 23 overalls, and I guess that does answer the question, what happens if you give a quarterback who is the worst rated in the country everything he needs to succeed? He'll jump up 20 plus overalls. He may even put up a nice season. I think they could have won a national championship. I think they were good enough. They just had some kicking issues and some other issues holding them back. But if you like this video and want to see something else like this, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, as all that stuff is much appreciated. And I will see you guys all in the next one.